Okay, peeps, made it back after we had a little bit of rain. Had this sheet metal over my little mud bridge I made, ramp on each side there with it's a pallet. Then I had some flooring that we had found, and I flipped the flooring upside down, and on the back it was padded, so it's like it's a padded bridge. And then there's the pup. I dug this hole in. That's where I got the material to build the ramps with. And then eventually, so obviously, so once it rains and flows in, then that'll become a nice little pool, little pond. Get some cattails or something. So have a sweet little pond side bridge deck scenario. There's Romy the homie and Lingua, the puppy dog.
Yeah, our new dog.
Yeah, our new dog. We traded for some of my grown goods for a doggy. It was a sweet trade. And then here's upper deck, kitchen area, if you will. Underneath that is the fire pit, but I filled it in with sand. So I'm gonna dig that sand out with the charcoal down below and throw into this washed out gully, which you can see I have kind of already dead some. And then so as the water runs through, hits that charcoal sand, it runs on downstream, down to the pond. So then I'll be getting filtered water put in the pond. Yeah. So it'll be cleaned of whatever it has in the runoff, and then hopefully eventually run through. My blackberries I dug up from out here on property and put in a pot. And buried this railroad tie, and then put this little log with some turkey tails on it.
And there's...
What we got? Go ahead, tell these peeps.
Our pond got a lot full and it got high.
Yeah, it did get a lot full.
And high.
And high, yep. It's ready for swimming.
Yeah.
So here's this one little start of a little decor. Water catchment. So whenever it rains, let's see, look, actually there's some water, but it's not up on this tree how it was. And then I just hit this, and it just drains right straight into this bucket. Dump the buckets off into our containers. Yeah, turkey tail. But now I'm talking, right? So what does that mean? What does it mean?
Have to end?
No. You can't interrupt me. If you want to interrupt me, what are you supposed to do? Have manners. Yep, that's right. Gotta have manners. You say excuse me. So our table is a piece of plywood I found. I just took the chainsaw and just cut it round. It's on top of a spool. Everybody knows the spools. That is the classic table maker. This wood pile is actually a hole dug down, so it's kind of like a reservoir of firewood, if you will. It's about 2 foot deep. I cut down logs for the keyhole fire pit. And here's all of our building materials that I've managed to scavenge. This was a deck. It was a Facebook Marketplace thing. You come and tear it up and keep the wood type scenario. Some more firewood and some flooring underneath this. There. Yes, sir? So,
Spider-Man.
all right, go ahead. You walk the plank first. Here's a plank. I'm gonna get a couple more trees so we get a better deal running. Sawhorses. Scavenged from Big Trash Day off the curb. Bench from the restaurant behind my old work. folding tables, chairs, and umbrella from Big Trash Day.
And a speaker.
And a speaker, yeah. We just bought that new little ditty. 4x4 post, chainsawed it into this live tree. You can get in there, get in this video all you want to, boy. And here's our bridge over the gully. It's still full. I cut down this tree the other day and all this briar came rushing from behind with the weight of the tree and scratched the heck out of my back. Here's our pond, saffron pond, what I call it. And here's the garden.
Yeah, but I can't get in it.
Yeah, because we sprayed some Christmas water in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's walk it. It's pretty rustic. Shelf, tool rack / whatever, scavenged from Big Trash Day. Oh, yep, snake stopper. Don't want no snakes. We had copperheads out here already. And I got bit last year by a copperhead. It hammered me pretty good. Got zucchinis. Oh, actually got a bloom in there. They'll be coming along. But all this dirt is raised up about a couple foot. We just lined it up. I lined it up, raked everything off the top and threw in here. My Swiss chard's getting pretty hammered by something here.
What is this?
But since I don't get to live out here full time, some stuff gets knocked out when I don't know about it. Potatoes coming along pretty good. Those are just old potatoes that had eyes on them, so I threw them in the ground. Dogs do what they do. Onions coming up sweet. That was a onion that went too long in the fridge. That's what they do, people. Don't throw it out just 'cause it looks yucky. Plant it. Save your seeds, all that. Parsley coming along pretty good. Irises are going nutso. And I just put those in there because I had extra bulbs that I didn't know what to do with, but I didn't want to just say, oh, they're extra and toss them. So I planted them and boom, there you go. There's a black water barrel here. Got this off Big Trash Day as well. It's a pool filter, but I'm going to use it for a shower. Fill it with water, hang it high on a tree on a platform. Sun will warm it. And since it came on a pool, it already has a drain hole. So I'm going to hook some kind of head to that. It's threaded, so I'm good to go with that. Hook something to it. Boom, ready-made shower. Oh, there's a little cricket. Here's some sweet little red fungi. Here's one of the silver maples. Because I got a lot of blackjack. That's this trees here, the ones I've been cutting down. I don't like blackjack because they grow all ugly and misshapen, and they ain't worth it to me. So I'm going to cut those down and replace it with silver maple, red maple, mimosas, and then we got a good handful of fruit trees already that I'm going to put in.
Something, and I found a spider of it.
Funnel spider. Yep. So that's all that's going in here so far. Besides, I need to get these tomatoes and peppers in the ground. They'll be ready to, once I put them in the ground, they're going to explode because they want to go in the ground now.
I found
And
a
this is
spider on the web.
Yeah. Yes, sir. What?
Like
And then see that flying saucer?
Spider.
It's because these are patty pan squash. The little flying saucer squashes. We'll get those planted up.
I found a spider of it.
Of the funnel spider?
Yeah.
Funnel web spider?
Yeah.
Got some of this logs limbed and trimmed. Now I just need to get them stacked over here. Underneath here is the other keyhole fire pit. We had a pretty big fire in there the other night, and then we left prematurely, so I just wanted to cap it off so I don't burn down the woods, or also that it don't get wet in there and whatnot. Here's our sink. Some more water storage for the sink, and for what else. There's logs. Oh, how interesting are those logs. Yeah. Crapper cabin. Equipped with the actual toilet, but the toilet obviously don't work, so it's more just functional. Like, I'm gonna plant some aromatics or something in there. Ruined toilet paper, not ruined toilet paper. Oh look, a woodborne beetle. And then it's made with the sunroof, and then that spotlight is super bright. It lights this thing up perfect at night. Also, if we got any possums, coons, or anything that thinks they're gonna come in here and fall in our poo bucket, they'll get scared off. In theory, hopefully, anyhow. Oh, and then see, I'm littered with these blackberries. Loving it, loving it. Just gotta wait for them to pop off, get ripe, and then I'm gonna go walk through with a bucket and eat and fill up a jar, and then turn them into something. At least just eat them fresh. If not, make me some jam or some jelly. Got another water catchment. At this point, everything is a mosquito nest. No, we're good. Got a fair amount of water. It's all utility water. Survival mode. We'll have to drink it, but we carry out our own water. Water's cheap enough by the jug, so. Another shelf, big trash day.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
This is the first tick I found.
Oh, you got a tick on you?
Yeah.
Here, look. No, you just spray your body, not the tick.
Why am I?
And then here's the other irises that I planted that went with those other ones that were in that barrel, but in the fall tour video, they weren't even popped up, but I knew they would. And it's kind of like the trail comes down from there, comes in, curves around, and then goes in between here, and then there's a little area right here, a little area right there. Obviously it's bordered. And then here's our humble abode for now, till we get our house built, or shed. Actually, we're looking at a shed, 8x15. I have a food truck that I'm going to convert into a camper that we're going to stay in, but of course, you know, a little cabin of some sort put out here would be nice, but temporary mode, because I like to get the cabin out, then turn the food truck back into the food truck and rock that. And this is what it all looks like. Beautiful green raw wood. So, and here's our well that we're putting in. It's been on videos before, but just to keep a complete, comprehensive, altogether video here, for those that you just want to watch one and see what's going on, then here it is. And there's the well. It's not all the way working yet. The pumper ain't down. She got ahead of herself and threw the pump on before we have water. We know we gotta take it off and drill it down again. There's our second section of pipe. Here's our, you know what it is, post driver. And then here's the couplings that go to connect your piping. And then you gotta have a header on it And I think this is actually the driving header, so that you don't bash down your threads whenever you're using your sweet pole driver. Pole driver. There's some wrestling going on out here. Sweet hammock. This is up in the shaded area, out in the woods area, chilling hammock. And then actually they're making use of the by the pond chilling hammock. So actually, in theory, right now will be what you would be looking out my front door. Then you'll be able to see up to the drive, see what's going on up there. Then you'll have a peripheral view of the little vegetable herb garden here, with also a view of the pond. So I think that's gonna look pretty spectacular. Obviously, brush pile, all that's gonna get burnt down. That's the trim from these 2 trees. And that's my 20-foot ladder, also from Big Trash Day. So like I was saying, Crazy Ed, bro, scavenging, man, you can come up with a lot. You just gotta keep that curb shopping going. And if you know when big trash is in your area, if your city does such a thing, then that's the day. You go out, the whole one man's trash, another man's treasure. Not everything has to be brand new and shiny, just functional and usable. And then you end like Flynn. Well, yeah, I mean, that's about it for now. Let's see. I got some berries going also there in the garden, but for now the main thing is the taters and onions till I get the tomatoes and squash in, and I got the yellow squash already popping up. Swiss chard, not doing so successful, but for Romy the homie, it gives him some greens to snack on, because he's strange. He likes to eat flowers and things and all that, which, I mean, well, you only say it's strange because typically kids don't like to do all that mess. But here's another post I cut off. But these were just trial runs, because I am going to, with the chainsaw, cut my own lumber, slabs and 4x4s. Because I'm going to cut me some 4x4s to put my chicken coop on, which the chicken coop will eventually be up here where all this lumber is, where actually this 4x4 that I cut on the top of this post is in place where it's going to be. It wasn't just for fun or practice. This one's ready to rock. So I cut this one in, and then there's the 2x4 run, so it's going to connect to this tree, which will give me a platform, so I'll have underneath area for them to have shade, and for me to store my extra straw, wood chips, feed barrels and whatnot, and also keep them off the ground, give them at least a little bit of chance from snakes and the little ground critters. But we do have bobcats and whatnot out here, so I'm gonna build the coop with a good size run and keep them enclosed, and let them be semi free range. And right now they're full free range. They just run. They're quintessential yard birds. They run the yard. They actually jump the fence and go into the front yard, which they're not supposed to, but they don't go no further than that, so that's good. And then actually, guess while we're rolling, walk through the gully here. Here's another plank. Everything's bridged by planks. Oh, there's a blackberry. Yes, sir. See this? Good snacks. Walking and talking. Oh my gosh. Look at those beauties. Can't pass them. I better get them for the deer, dude. Oh my gosh. Guys. Delicious. I don't need to stop at the store before I come out and get snacks. My property got snacks. And then over here is this, oh my gosh, Sorry guys, there's just berries everywhere. I love them. So I'm gonna stop and snack as I talk. But obviously you can see here's the kids' play area. Got a little sandbar. We call it the sand pit, of course. It's where they play and build their sandcastles and their toys get buried. I was actually over here digging with something and dug the truck out. It was down a little bit. It's berry season. I need to get out here. But here's the mother, There's a bunch of the bigger bushes out here, but it hasn't put its berries off yet because it's still working on them, because it's got a lot more to work, right? So it needs more time to get all those nutrients and have its harvest day. But when it does, I'm looking at dozens of berries, all the way grown up into there. It's an actual blackberry bramble, not just the random sprigs from the deer poo or whoever decided to spread my seeds all throughout my property, which is cool. Birds too, I assume. You know how that thing goes. Oh, there's another one. Ooh, actually, snap! Look at the size of that one. Oh, it's out of focus or whatnot, but it's still delicious. More white flowers out there. So anyways, this is a pretty long video. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off for now and leave you peeps with that. So if you do watch us all the way to the end, as always, thanks, and hope you like what's going on, and just know that you don't have to be shiny and new to be functional and to be working, and you can do it. It can be done, and just get there. Just want to do it. That's all there is to it. Just make it yours. Now, Vandal is my derby name, so it's just kind of quintessential, but Vandal the land, that's what you do. Just do it. Do it yourself. Do it, make it your own. Anyways, everybody, well, you say everybody, but that's just because you have that mindset that everybody already knows that, but some people don't know. Gotta let them know. All right, with that being said, here's some backdrop of the pond and some raw woods. Deuces.